Whether you're stuck in traffic, hitting the gym, or just winding down, we are here to spill the hottest tea from your favorite Bravo shows.
From the wildest reunions to the quietest social media unfollows, we cover it all.
So welcome back to Reality TV Podcast and Clips. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's get into it on 3, 2, 1.
Okay, there's so much to unpack today.
A massive amount. We're looking at everything from these really intense divorce proceedings in Beverly Hills,
all the way to reunion seating charts and what they signal.
Our whole mission today is to just filter all these updates down to what you really need to know.
Exactly. And our sources are showing this extraordinary high cost of reality fame.
It's not just surface level drama.
No. We're talking about how personal trauma, addiction, divorce, even childhood tragedy is being used.
Strategically exploited for content.
Yep. So let's extract the key insights, starting where the drama is always at its peak.
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills.
So let's dive straight into the deep end with Denise Richards and Aaron Pfeiffer's. This whole thing went from a messy divorce to something else entirely.
It did. Specifically, that GoFundMe.
The one launched by his mother and brother, Patricia and Britt Pfeiffer's.
Right. And what's crucial here isn't really the money. I mean, their goals were all over the place, right? $30,000, then $110,000.
And they barely raised anything before it was taken down.
Exactly. The real point is the exploitation. His mother claimed she had cared for Eloise for weeks.
Eloise being Denise's youngest daughter.
And she was begging people to help my son fight for the truth and for Eloise.
Which is just a huge line to cross. And Denise said as much on Tori Spelling's podcast. Misspelling.
She made it very clear.
She said they crossed a line by involving her 14-year-old daughter. And you have to remember the context.
Oh, yeah. This wasn't happening in a vacuum.
Aaron filed for divorce, and then days later, Denise is requesting a restraining order for alleged abuse.
And she got it. A permanent one.
So this is where the legal background becomes so important.
It's everything. Aaron never finalized the adoption paperwork for Eloise.
Meaning he has zero legal rights to her after the split.
So that GoFundMe appeal, it transforms, It becomes this really cynical attempt to manipulate the public.
It's pure emotional leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And Denise seemed to address it, maybe indirectly.
The Instagram post.
Yeah, about narcissists who launch a mass smear campaign. It suggests a really calculated effort to control the narrative.
And if we look at another Beverly Hills split, we see some similar themes. Private chaos versus public image.
You're talking about Dorit Kemsley.
For sure. She is struggling because PK is making their divorce so difficult.
He's refusing mediation.
Which basically guarantees it's going to court. A big public contentious battle.
And this is where the cast dynamics get interesting, because Kyle Richards kind of plays devil's advocate.
Right. She asks Dorit why she's bashing PK so publicly.
And that's the money shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Kyle is basing that on the PK we all see on the show.
The funny, supportive husband. But Dorit pushes back. Hard.
She tells Kyle, you don't know the real PK.
She is describing a man who's gone so much that when he does come back, it completely uproots the kid's schedule, the structure she's built.
It sounds like she's having to defend her own reality to a friend, but she's being strategic.
The next step.
She plans to talk to Mauricio Umansky, hoping he can get through to PK.
Okay, let's switch gears to that Sedona cast trip. Hosted by Sutton Strack.
Because this is where you see the new cast dynamics just instantly forming.
Sutton was trying so hard to be strategic, she chartered a private plane.
And she even pre-selected the rooms to stop any fighting before it started.
But drama always finds a way, doesn't it?
Always. It started with just logistics. Dorit shows up an hour and a half late.
Citing a travel emergency, but then no apology.
Which kind of suggests the group's time wasn't her top priority right then.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then you had Rachel Zoe's luggage getting lost.
And Bazoma St. John continuing her fertility journey, taking shots during the trip.
A very private process made very public for the show.
Exactly. But the real insight here comes from the new person, Amanda Francis.
The woman who bought Kyle's house.
And she immediately created tension. That awkward comment about her beautiful decisions in the home.
Which was kind of an unintentional dig at Kathy Hilton.
And then Erica came for her.
Amanda felt Erica was trying to intimidate her, calling her boring for ordering a mocktail.
But it was the financial flexing that really set the tone.
The claim about spending $10,000 on crystals.
In one sitting.
And that's where the old guard, the Beverly Hills hierarchy, just slammed the door shut.
Sutton Strack was completely unimpressed.
She basically said, "We're not impressed with Louis Vuitton. We're not impressed that you're young either."
And flat out called her a pick-me.
it just shows that flashing cash doesn't buy you a seat at that table anymore.
Speaking of Erica, she finally opened up about her new mystery man, John McPhee.
The one Jennifer Tilly called Shrek-like.
She met him backstage in London and actually initiated the date herself.
And this feels like a really crucial turning point for her narrative. You know, she seems genuinely giddy.
She said she doesn't have her guard up with him.
Which is huge, considering everything she's been through. But of course, there was drama.
Dorit was offended.
Very offended that Erica told Kyle before she told her. A breach of friendship trust.
And we can't forget the host of the trip, Sutton Strack. At dinner, she introduced Sutton Brown.
Yeah, that was sort of a self-deprecating way to deal with her own insecurities in the group.
She was really open on Watch What Happens Live, too, about her post-divorce life.
She gave a full relationship breakdown, confirmed her friendship with Garcelle just fizzled.
And that Garcelle was the one who ended it.
And her relationship with Avi Gabay, that ended professionally because he was an employee she had to let go.
But the real shocker was about her ex-husband, Christian Strack.
Wanting an annulment.
Sutton thinks it's so he can marry his Catholic girlfriend in the church.
But his reason was that it would make them better friends.
A reason Sutton actually sort of conceded was true, even though it hurt at first.
And we got an update on how she's doing after the robbery. The thieves haven't been caught.
And it's the loss of the sentimental items that's really causing her mental safety concerns.
Okay, let's pivot now from Beverly Hills to the reunion stages. First up, RHOP.
The Real Housewives of Potomac. The Season 10 reunion seating chart dropped.
And it confirmed a huge surprise appearance.
Karen Huger.
This is massive. Karen wasn't in the main season because she was incarcerated for a DUI.
But she got an early release from prison and came back to film more content.
Including a one-on-one with Andy Cohen.
And that sit-down looks powerful. The trailer shows Andy saying, "You are a free woman."
And Karen replies, "It's time to talk about my addiction." A very public moment of accountability.
But that freedom comes with a high price.
A very high price. She can't drive for a year. She's on supervised probation for 5 years.
And she'll have to get an interlock device in her car.
But the seating chart, that tells the story of the season.
It really does. Wendy Osefo and Stacey Rush got the first chairs right next to Andy.
Which is a huge shift in the power dynamic. It signals they are the central figures of the season's narrative.
And speaking of Wendy, her castmate Angel Massey had a lot to say about Wendy's legal situation.
The insurance fraud charges, faking a burglary with her husband.
Angel called it a miserable situation, but said she feels justified and vindicated because of their feud.
The core of that feud, Angel says, is Wendy pretending not to know her this season.
A tactic she called narcissistic, designed to punch down.
And she brought receipts, recalling a DM from Wendy back in 2015, proving they had a connection.
Angel was ready with her labels for everyone.
Oh yeah, Giselle is messy, Ashley is uncouth.
And Wendy is a fake elitist.
The Angel and Ashley conflict is also interesting. Angel was shocked by Ashley's BS.
Especially since she had given Ashley a pink and black tool set as a gift.
Trying to genuinely build a relationship before that whole Pride Float incident.
Okay, let's head west for more reunion drama. RHOSLC.
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The preview shows a massive showdown between Meredith Marks and Whitney Rose.
This is the culmination of a whole season of accusations.
Whitney calling Meredith an alcoholic and a pill popper.
And the confrontation is about a specific incident at BRAVOCON.
Meredith says Whitney was fall-down drunk and had to be carried upstairs.
And Meredith's claim is that Whitney confessed to her then.
Yeah.
Said, "You're right, I shouldn't lie about you, I'll clean it up."
But this is where you get the classic conflicting narratives.
Whitney completely denies it. She says Meredith is twisting her words and lying.
She claims she was just trying to apologize for how messy things got.
But the host's perspective here is critical. Andy Cohen admitted he was scared Whitney wouldn't even make it across the stage for Watch What Happens Live that night.
And Meredith didn't hold back. She told Whitney, point blank, "You black out. You need to stop."
Okay, before we wrap, we have to talk about something that crossed a really serious line. The Austin Kroll interview on the Vial Files.
This is just a perfect example of trauma mining in interviews. Nick Vial's wife, Natalie Joy.
She was questioning Austin about his sister Kyle's death.
A tragic accident where she fell from a cliff at age 9. Austin was only 7.
And you could see how shaken he was. Sources said his legs started shaking.
But the questions kept coming, so specific. Were you there when she fell?
Austin confirmed he was. And she followed up with, what was this cliff?
I mean, that's the kind of questioning that turns an interview into exploitation. He clearly didn't want to go there.
He did share that his younger sister's birth helped the family through the dark ages.
But the fan reaction was swift, and it was focused on the interviewer.
People called it icky, so tacky, and Austin got a lot of support.
Yeah, even Paige DeSorbo liked an Instagram post that was critical of the interview.
Okay, on a much lighter note, let's get a palate cleanser with a crossover confession.
Gigi from Shaws of Sunset and the Valley
She clarified her past hookup with Jax Taylor.
confirmed it happened a long time ago during Vanderpump Rules Season 2, right after he and Stassi Schroeder broke up.
And she shared a pretty memorable detail.
That his mattress was on the floor and she was so drunk, she just rolled off onto the ground.
Gigi was also really candid about her personal health.
Yeah, she discussed using cannabis as medicine for an autoimmune disease, calling it her psych med.
And she was open about the cost.
About $3,000 a month, though she said she's scaling back now that filming is over.
Wow. That is a comprehensive look at everything. We covered so much.
And if you connect it all, the common thread is that transactional nature of fame on these shows.
You have Dorit and Denise dealing with this intense, painful, private chaos.
And having to navigate how much of that trauma becomes a public storyline.
And even the reunion seating chart shows that success requires this kind of intense public accountability.
Whether it's for an addiction or just a feud.
So you are now completely equipped with the deep knowledge and the context needed to understand what's really going on.
And we want to leave you with a final thought to think about. In this world of reality TV, we see stars constantly struggling with the line between authentic sharing and being pressured to exploit their deepest traumas for a storyline. For you, the listener, what line do you feel is consistently being crossed in the search for compelling content?